anywhere. This year, Hardwood Heroes expanded our coverage to include the Waterford Lady Wildcats, the #1 team in the state of Ohio for Division IV. And this season seems to have the Wildcats on pace for another chance to claim the state crown. So Waterford reporters Andrew Hartman and Connor Martin are here now. And guys, how have the Waterford Lady Wildcats looked this year?
You know, Sean, after a rough ending to last season, the Lady Wildcats have been on a mission this year. Waterford remains at the top of the TVC hockey with just a few conference games left.
That's right, Andrew. The Lady Wildcats are still considered the class of Division IV girls basketball in the state of Ohio.
Now, these ladies, you know, they're not just beating teams, they are demolishing opponents. Waterford has won 12 of its 15 victories by double-digit margins.
Even with the Lady Wildcats crushing teams by an average of 31 points a game, Coach Close is still not happy with the recent performances. Waterford went 2-1 this week, dropping their first loss of the season to a West Virginia powerhouse in Parkersburg South.
Now, despite the minor hiccup, there's still no need to hit that panic button. The Lady Wildcats have played solid, fundamental, unselfish basketball all season long, putting them in position for another state title run.
Stealing a line from DJ Khalid, a major key to success for this team is Danny Dreher. She understands that to get a win, it takes a total team effort, and told us she enjoys getting her teammates involved on offense.
That's right, Dreher and the rest of the squad, they really seem to pass up good shots for great shots, creating easy scoring opportunities on offense.
We'll have to see if they can keep up their success next Monday night at home against Eastern.
Looking forward to see if they can end the season as well as they started. Thanks, guys. If you're a Browns fan like me, you can only look at mock drafts for so long before getting sad. When I need a break, though, I head over to web.org/heroes for all the latest Southeastern Ohio news. Every night, our reporters are at games all over the area, and we'll have written recaps as well as the video recaps for every single one. Plus, you can find full past episodes and other stories important to you and your communities. Last week, neither the men nor the Lady Tomcats were able to record a victory, so now I'm joined by Trimble reporter Duncan Goldberg. And was this week any different?
Well, Sean, it turned out to be a pretty solid week for those two teams out in Gloucester. Now, the Lady Tomcats did have a tough start to their week as they lost to Belpre 67-57. Belpre matched up perfectly with Trimble as they were able to break down Coach Richard's normally dominant press with extremely talented guard play.
Well, you know, the last couple games, I think we've caused maybe 25, 30 turnovers, and that's been a big part of our game. And tonight, like you said, you know, that's why we switched to an 11 press, just to kind of slow them down a little bit, not necessarily make turnovers, because they have some good guard play.
The guard play wasn't just fantastic for the Lady Golden Eagles, but so was their shooting. They were dialing it up from long distance. All I can say is they were making that hotline bling. But you know, Lady Tomcats got right back on track on Thursday as they beat South Gallia 48-35. The score doesn't indicate how dominant the Lady Tomcats actually were in their win over the Lady Rebels. With 6 minutes left in the game, Coach Richard pulled his starters, and at this point, the Lady Tomcats were up 42-12. It was a fantastic all-around game for those girls. In Trimble's first game against Lady Rebels, the South Gallia was able to hang around until the end. So what this game really shows is how far Coach Richards has truly taken this Lady Tomcat team.
He's obviously done some really great things with the girls, turning that program around, and Howie Caldwell's done a good job with the boys, too.
Yeah, I mean, those boys have done extremely well under Coach Caldwell these first 2 years, but how do you lose when you have players like Bryce Guthrie and Justice Jenkins? The Trimble boys were able to flat out dominate this week as they beat Miller 74-51. This was a kind of a surprise, though, as they only beat the Falcons by 6 points in their first meeting. In their second game this week, the Tomcats beat the Eastern Eagles 68-53 on homecoming night. Just like the girls' game against South Gallia, the score really didn't indicate how badly the Tomcats beat the Eagles. Going into the fourth quarter, the Tomcats had a comfortable 31-point lead, so Coach Caldwell decided to give his boys a little rest and pull his starters. It was a pretty good bounce-back week for those Tomcats after that upset loss at Wahama. With Justice Jenkins and Bryce Guthrie now rolling, it'll be fun to see what those two can do for the Tomcats going down the stretch.
Looking to see how they can finish off their season. Thanks, Duncan. Before we